imagine a world where all customer support and sales can be fully automated 24/7. In this video, we're going to explore the power of AI voice agents. Businesses are struggling with time-consuming tasks, like handling repetitive calls, scheduling appointments, or handling client FAQ. All of these tasks are very important to drive your revenue, but they're boring and they're very time-consuming on the short run. AI agents can take over and handle these tasks for you while cutting your costs, saving your time, and strengthening your efficiency. Let's take AI voice agents for an example. They can receive calls from your clients, they can schedule appointments with your clients and put them into your calendar or into your CRM. They're able to make decisions, they can answer questions that your clients have, and most importantly, they could even close deals if they're set up correctly. This doesn't only free up your time, but it will also ensure that you no longer miss any opportunities, because these AI agents can basically be on 24/7. They can work every day, every night, handle any call that you receive, and always be as productive as on day one. Unlike chatbots, they sound human. They're able to understand emotions and based on that understanding, make decisions in real time, which could absolutely help you to skyrocket your sales percentage. Even the big guys like Google, like Amazon are already implementing this AI voice technology, which means that in a few years' time, every business out there or everyone that I can think about should have these AI voice agents implemented into their processes. Be more productive as a business and drive your revenue. And if you do not jump on this train of this new technology right now, you might just miss out on a huge opportunity. They're now big, they're going to be even bigger in a few months' time, and if you apply them now, you might just get ahead of your competitors, and you will always be on the very front of this technology, adapting faster than everyone else, understanding the technology better than anyone else, and thus being able to use the technology better than any one of your competitors. The first use case is probably the most ideal use case for AI voice agents, and that is customer support. At least I, as a customer, would much rather call a phone number and then have someone on the other side, even if it's an AI agent, but someone that has emotions in their voice and that is able to react live to my questions than just chatting to a bot on a website. Now, the second use case would be calls, receiving calls, scheduling appointments. Let's just say you have your phone number somewhere on the internet, and then the customer calls that phone number, but instead of you picking up, it's an AI agent. The rest is completely the same. So the agent will have a normal conversation with the customer. They will talk about the problems that the customer has. The agent will give answers based on the data that you've provided it with. For example, let's say you've linked your calendar and the customer asks the agent when you will be free, and the agent then looks into your calendar and will see when you are free and will then tell the customer when it works best for you. And then at the very end, the agent will also be able to close the customer by booking them into your calendar if you give it the right to do so. Now, the fourth and last use case would be lead generation. And let's say, for example, cold calls. Be careful here, because AI cold calls basically are not allowed in many countries, but you could of course send out cold emails and then ask the people if it's okay if you give them a call, and then you just have the agent give them a call. It will once again tell them everything about your business, it will tell them everything about your offer, it can answer questions, and it could then book an appointment with that potential client and you, so you don't have to do all the cold calling, and you could run that agent day and night, and you would be able to make so many cold calls, more than you alone could ever do, or more than your team could ever do, and you don't have to handle this repetitive and boring task and can focus on the important and creative tasks within your business. But why should you implement this technology now? Well, that's pretty simple. I think that in a few years' time, AI agents will be just like computers. Every business will have them implemented into their everyday processes. whether that be sales, whether that be marketing, whether that be everything. And why not jump on the train now while the technology is still early, but already advanced to a place where it's capable to handle tasks very good and to a satisfying level, and thus outperforming all of your competitors, because the time that you do not have to spend on these repetitive tasks, you can now spend on designing better products or designing better outreach strategies, and thus focus a lot more on the bigger picture of your business and improving your business long term, which of course on the long term will get you ahead of the opposition. But be careful here, you shouldn't just hop on this technology blindly. You should have a plan behind everything. You should have a strategy, maybe consult an agency and let them do all the work for you. And then at the end of the day, the goal is that the AI agent is not robotic, because that can kill your customer flow. Some customers might think that is pretty weird, that they are answered by an AI agent instead of a human. So you should really give it time until the implementation is done. You should not speed up processes. You should really give it the time until everything is settled, until the agent works properly, and until it's no more robotic and it doesn't sound robotic and it sounds much more human, because then this agent can be really valuable for your business. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe to the channel to not miss any future tutorials, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.